Welcome to the Township of Springfield, County of Union, State of New Jersey, meeting for December 14th, 2021. Notice, this meeting is being held in accordance with the public laws of 1975, Chapter 231, and adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by a notice sent to the Star Ledger, the local source, and posted in the main lobby of the municipal building and on the Township website. Please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance with Union County Vice Commander David Penna, American Legion Post 228.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
A moment of silence for our servicemen.
We do that.
I'm getting there. Please join us for a moment of silence for our servicemen overseas and at home. Thank you. Roll call.
Mayor Weber.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Kaiser.
Present.
Nathan Capides.
Here.
Nathan Boyce. Here.
All right. We have, for the first time this year, no proclamations or announcements. We are going to go, well, let me read this first. All right. We have, this meeting is being broadcast live on local cable access Comcast Channel 35 and Verizon Fios Channel 46. Meeting can also be viewed on Springfield Township's YouTube page and Facebook page, Springfield Township, NJ. Members of the public who are unable to attend the meeting in person may participate by submitting comments in writing, either by email to questions@springfield-nj.us or by letter to Township Administrator, 100 Mountain Avenue, Springfield, New Jersey, 07081. All written comments must be received by the Township Administrator by 1 p.m. on December 14, 2021, and must include the commentator's full name and address in order to be read aloud during the public comment portion of the meeting. In addition, members of the public may provide verbal comments during the public comment portions of the meeting by telephone calling 973-232-4442. That's 973-232-4442 during the public comment portions of the meeting. Further information on the meetings is available on the Township website. So with that, we're going to go straight into public comment, agenda items only. If you have any questions on the agenda, 973-232-4442, 973-232-4442. We're on a 30-second delay. If anybody in the audience has any questions on the public comment or on the agenda items only, just let us know. We've started.
While we're waiting, it looks really pretty outside of town hall. The lights. I don't deal well with silence, so I just want to share that thought.
That's a handful right there.
The lights were pretty.
Yeah, I think the town hall and Mountain Avenue and everything is well done. Comments, sir? Come on.
Only because I didn't get a chance to read this prior to. I'm sorry, Mike Bartosh, 77 Tudor Court. In reference to ordinance number 2021-31, has the town decided where these licenses and/or buildings are going to be located as of right now? It's in reference to the marijuana.
Good evening. Thank you, Mayor. The HC zone, that's the highway commercial zone, is the only area within the township in which licenses will be permitted to be located.
Okay.
So that's the Route 22 corridor, roughly.
Yeah, because I haven't been here in a while due to some health reasons. But I think and correct me if I'm wrong, that there was a location picked at one time, but it was too close to either a park or a school or,
That was on the highway zone actually also.
but it was close to a park though or something, was it not?
It was, because
And
we
it was
made.
knocked down.
Because we made the setback so far, we didn't realize the implications. When we actually started plotting them out, we ended up with one or two possible locations that would conform. So we had to go back and actually make that setback less.
We had actually eliminated almost all of 22 by accident because of the setbacks.
And I'll give you an example. This is how crazy it was. Smithfield Park, which is on the
I know it well.
Okay, that eliminated people on Route 22 because the back end of the park was within whatever the setback was. that we
That's
put up.
correct.
That was unintentional, so we had to go back and fix it.
Okay. So right now tentatively, it's going to be somewhere off of Route 22
On,
or on Route 22.
not off, yeah. on
It's not going to be Morris Avenue, it's
No.
not going to be Mountain Avenue.
No.
No.
Like previously discussed.
Correct.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time.
If-
I'm glad you're feeling better.
Glad you're feeling better. We missed you.
Yes, it's good to see you, Mr. Bartosh.
Come on,
Happy
sir.
holidays. To all.
Bob Roder, 98 Washington Avenue. I didn't
Oh, sorry.
realize when you do a first reading, you don't allow for discussion from the public or only on second readings. So I have to ask now. then.
We're in the general public comment period, so
Or anything.
there could be, there
Now I
could be,
can, but I mean during a first reading.
but there can be discussion at any time during the public comment period on
That's
the
why I
items.
Make a quick question.
Here, there is a specific public hearing portion when that ordinance gets read, so that there will be actually a second chance at this meeting to discuss
Okay.
that cannabis ordinance.
Well, I just
But-
have a quick question on 2021-36. Obviously, there's been a lot of social media comments on it. I know you're well aware of it. So I just have one general question, because it was not discussed online. Is this going to be an annual thing you're looking to do, or is this a one-time thing, or on an as-needed basis? Because I'm not disagreeing with it. I'm just
Annual.
asking, what is your goal?
Annual going forward.
Annual going forward? Are you going to?
No, he means are increasing it annually. No,
Clarify.
it's not. It's
No.
one
Oh.
time.
Will you
No.
try to do a new raise every
No.
year?
No.
Like, you know how like the Parkway tolls you go
Oh,
from
no.
No.
January 1 and every year?
No, we're trying, I'm
This is like a
trying,
one-shot deal and then as necessary?
Yeah.
Correct.
To be evaluated down the road?
correct.
That was my question.
Thank you, sir. All right, we will go, one more time, we'll do one more, do we have to do another 30-second, or?
You can-
We'll do one more?
You can wait, yeah, 30
We'll
seconds.
do one more
since that's
30
the-
seconds
just
to follow up on those comments. 973-232-4442, 973-232-4442. Yeah, the lights look
Really.
great. I will,
And getting to see Santa was a lot of fun this weekend.
that was a smash. I think we have to cover that somewhere where we, during this meeting, because we've got a lot of people to address for that. You know?
We could do that.
Okay, with that being said, let's move on. I will be taking that off for right now. Let's move on to Administrator's Report with Mr. John Pacifico.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First, if I may, I'd like to do a shout out to Margaret, because I promised her I would, she couldn't be here. I want to touch on a couple things. We've gotten so far on the damage to our buildings in town. This is from our own insurance company. We've gotten back from them so far $344,000. We anticipate about another 100. That's for our flooded cars, flooded buildings, et cetera, et cetera. So thank you, Mary Ellen Brennan, for that one. She handled all of that. I do want to give a big thank you to Jen Sherman for working on all the applications for FEMA. It's a huge project that she undertook and got everything back to them. We're in good shape with that. We'll have to wait now and see if we get anything back from FEMA.
Thanks, Jen.
A couple other things. I keep getting questioned about the Short Hills Avenue Bridge, so I want to give you a little bit of an update. The copper cables that Verizon had to reconnect have been done. The county is out there working on it. And just to make everybody aware, the county certainly wanted to get this project done. They didn't want this dragging, but it was beyond their control. It was Verizon that was holding the county up. That being said, the latest that we got from the county is we're looking at the early part of January for that project to be done. That's the latest I have from them. From our DPW department, leaf collection, I wanted to make sure, because this come up, we've already made 2 complete passes through town, and there'll be a 3rd pickup this week, and it will continue to December 31st. So make sure your leaves are out by December 31st. We've already picked over 7,000 cubic yards of leaves from the side of the road. I had a bulk cleanup, we took the time, DPW actually separated the metal and other white goods and recycled that from all of the bulk that we picked up.
Wow.
We collected an extra $3,000 for doing that.
Thank you, DPW.
So again, just trying to offset some of our costs for the dumpsters and all the extra work that went on there. So that helped us out. On our developments in town, I want to touch on a couple of things. If anybody's passed by the Gomes site up the corner, you'll be pleased to see that there's a bunch of steel have been put up the last 3-4 days. They got 11 men working on the job today. We're making progress. We've got a conference call with them every other Monday, and it looks like we're back, not on schedule by any means, but they're working, and they're trying to cooperate and get that project finished. I don't know if I mentioned to you last time, but the schedule is 3 years from now before that project will be finished. So the only thing we could do is stay with it. I have a conference call tomorrow with the Blacks Lane people to discuss the financial agreement, and I will bring you up to speed after that's signed, sealed, and delivered. On our Saks project, I was up there. They're moving along. They've got 2 of the buildings completely closed in, windows in. They've got a bunch of other foundations dug. The garage foundation has been dug, and that's prefab. That's doing sometime around Christmas. So the very beginning of January, you'll see the garage up at Saks. They're making great progress. Charlie's building, as you know, is completed. He's already got 12 out of the 24 apartments are rented.
Wow.
And he actually said to me, I kind of pumped the brakes a little bit on the other 12 because I want to make sure I got all the bugs. And when I say bugs, I don't mean insects. I make sure that everything works properly, kinks out of it. So he's done very well. He's very happy, and we're happy to see life over there. So that's about all. It's been a little quiet right now with the holidays. If anybody has any questions or comments, I'd be happy to answer.
No, the Short Hills Bridge one was probably the one.
I get calls about that
Every day.
Yep, I get them all the time, so.
I actually have one thing that's tied into that. Any streets that are adjacent to that will be paved while that bridge is done at that point.
I will check with the county. Is it a county street or our street?
Our street.
It's our street, right?
If it's our street, we might be done paving for the year unless you're telling me that something was ripped up.
No, it's the one leading to, it's leading over there, and I believe that we stopped because we wanted their construction to,
I believe you're right, and can I check that in? I
Yeah.
will get back to you, but yes, I think you're correct on that.
Going back to paving, I told you and Robbie about this, the fence that's down over by the park you're at, Chris, what's the name?
Denham.
Trivet.
Trivet?
Henshaw.
Trivet.
Trivet, over there, they took a fence down on a Cornfish property, and it's still laying there. I saw it Saturday when we were driving around.
Okay, well,
I
you gotta
want-
let me know. I'll have somebody go out and look at it tomorrow.
If he doesn't fix it by the end of the week, we're gonna fix it and back charge him.
Do we have a location on it? Do we know?
He knows, Robbie knows exactly where it is.
All right,
Uncle
so
Louis.
it's by Trivet Park,
Yes.
Chris? Is that correct?
Henshaw.
Henshaw Park?
Henshaw Park.
Okay,
It's right
okay.
there. I want to get that done.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We are not having a bid update tonight. I don't think there's anything actually to report from the bid at this point. Let's go to finance and pay some bills with Deputy Mayor Kaiser.
You're gonna skip, we're gonna,
Oh, we're gonna do, Ed, we're doing the reval right now? Info? Yeah, sure, okay. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna, get some information on our reval.
And let's make sure we speak into the mics, because we always hear that we don't speak into the mics. And people might be interested in this info.
We're good?
All of
All right,
us.
according to our wizard behind the curtain back there, we're good today.
The almighty
So,
Oz.
thank you. Let us know what's happening, please.
Well, as you all know, most residents have gotten their letters. They've all gone out. And the letter is very informative. So It's a good idea to, if you have any concerns about your value, whether your taxes have gone up or down, to please call them and give them any information you have that they can work with, comparables, pictures of the inside, if it's worn out or something like that, and they'll make adjustments accordingly. This is still part of the process. The reval's not over. The numbers that everybody has received on that letter is proposed numbers, and we have until about the 28th, I think, is the final day that you can make arrangements with them to speak with
20th
them.
of December or January? December?
December. Yeah, we have to file the list on January 3rd,
Oh, okay.
so it's going to be tight, but
Yeah.
and if we can't make it, we'll get an extension from the county.
Okay.
Ed, do you know at this point what the breakdown was? Up, down, same, roughly?
Well, the commercial values, there's a swing towards the commercial. They're going to be taking on a little bit more of the town tax burden. I don't have the exact numbers. I would say probably 60 to 65% of residences have gone down. But again, I don't have the exact number, but just what I've seen, I'm estimating that. And again, I really encourage everybody to contact the company if they have any concerns, or even if they just want to know how they did it.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
In lieu of the storm happening after this, or in the middle of the tail end of this, how does that impact households that were significantly impacted by the hurricane? Can you speak to that? Because I know that's a concern of people, and I don't really know.
The areas that were hit hard by the storm, the reval firm actually came back out and canvassed the neighborhood, knocked on doors, and made any adjustments that they had to based on the damage.
And anybody that feels they haven't done that, pick up the phone and call them.
Okay.
Exactly. And again, if you contact the company and if they do something or they do something, if they do something and you're not satisfied, you always have the option of filing an appeal with the county tax board. If you're not happy with their decision, you can take it to the tax court in New Jersey, and I think that's about as far as you can go.
When everything is said and done, what information are they going to feed back to us at the town? Will they give us those percentages and those full breakdowns, or they kind of just let it go and they
Well,
just...
I can ask them to do that if you want that information. I don't know if that's standard, but we can certainly ask, sure. Write down whatever you want to know. Get it to me, email or something, and we'll get the answers.
Is the number for the county, the next that you mentioned, the county tax board, is that on that paperwork? I don't remember. Or is that a number we have readily handy?
Oh, no, that's a little premature. When
Oh.
I send out my tax notices on or before February 1st by law, that information will be on there.
Okay.
How to file an appeal, who to call.
Okay.
How to do all that.
And when did you say around, that's the
On or
next-
before February 1st.
So we all received a letter with with the numbers on it.
Mm-hmm.
So if we don't do anything, don't make any phone calls and just let it go, is there a possibility that would change again and we won't know until the February date? Because you said those numbers were proposed. Will they adjust those accordingly for whatever reason, and then February 1st is the actual numbers we should be looking at?
If you look at the value they have come up with, and you're satisfied that that seems correct based on the sales in your neighborhood currently,
Right.
there's nothing you need to do. If you're not happy with that number, you need to call them.
But
And
is
they will-
there a chance, is there a chance then, I guess maybe I'm not asking the question correctly, is there a chance then that the numbers that we received would change?
If
If
you
you
don't
do
contact
not-
them,
If we do nothing?
no.
Okay.
I'm going to put the phone on, see if anybody from the public has any questions for any,
sure.
if you have any questions on the reval, and you're not able to attend, and you're watching right now, 973-232-4442, 973-232-4442. We're going to give it, 30 seconds to a minute.
In the meantime, Mr. Mayor, can I just address Mr. Huber's fence concern? That was knocked over, or needs to be put back up by the contractor, which is AJM.
Yep.
He's been notified, Robbie has been after him. He will touch base with him again, and it'll get done one way or the other.
Because, the people have been patient enough, I feel. I'm not blaming you guys.
Not disagreeing with you.
It's a contractor that, if he doesn't do it, we'll do it and charge him. That's all.
Yeah, no questions. I will just add that my comments, I generally hear something and on everything, whether it's a garbage can misplaced or, a light bulb out. And I would say that this
Oh, yeah.
revaluation went smoothly
Yeah.
overall at the end. And I haven't had anybody say that they thought it was really nobody's called me and said it was unfair, so.
What's your number?
So, thank you.
I just want to make a few more comments. Now, I've been working with these fellows. Well, we were supposed to have this on the books, as you all know, for 21, but because of the COVID thing, we had to stretch it out a little bit. But I have been working with these guys for 2 years now, and I find them to be very professional, very cooperative. Whatever you want, they take care of.
Yep.
They don't get excited about anything. They just deal with it, which is good. Also, we have come up with a potential tax rate based on the new rateable base. Our old rateable base was about $1,100,000,000. The new rateable base is $4 billion and change. Based on that new rateable base and the current budget, this year's budget, because we don't know what next year will be, we have come up with a rate of 2.076. Currently, our rate is 7.445. So obviously, the base is much higher, the rate comes way down, and when you apply that number to the assessment that's on your letter, that's where that 22 tax comes from. Now, if we have to lower some assessments because of whatever reason, it'll affect that rate slightly, but I don't really see that changing too much.
Which is,
So that's how we got the 22 tax number. If the budgets go up 2 or 3%, you can just tack 2 or 3% on that 2.076 and be a little closer. But the effect of that on your assessment is very minimal, just a few dollars a year.
I mean, the assessment that he gave on houses, people have asked me. I remember I bought my house a long time ago, but the last time they evaluated my house was $100,000 and some odd thousand. My house was worth, that was 25 years ago, 30 years ago?
Well, we did the reval last in 1985 for the 86 tax year.
Right.
So,
And then-
so the numbers are shocking, but
Now it went up, I couldn't believe how much they said that my house was worth.
Rich is a millionaire.
Not a million,
Well-
but I mean, what it went up. I mean, compared to what
Yeah.
people are paying now for a house. It's,
the nice thing about the way this reval was done, it was done differently than when I was in the reval business. They actually have 4 or 5 comparables for every single property. They actually defend them at the county board by doing an appraisal and a market grid, just like you would get someone to do an appraisal on your own property. And they would list all the comparables and make adjustments to the subject property. So I really like that idea, and I think these assessments look good, and I think they're going to be very defendable. And listen, there's going to be a few that are wrong, because maybe it needs some more depreciation because the house is kind of worn down, it hasn't been updated lately, things like that. But in general, I see they've done a good job. I don't see any
I think it's been, I don't think, I really thought it was very fair. The people I talked to, they all said, it has been fair.
Same.
And the residents were very cooperative.
Oh, yeah, I mean, and if anybody wants to appeal it, they can invite them in their house and they can walk around, or they said take pictures, or a movie or whatever you want. I took.
Yeah, well, we're also, oh, I forgot to mention this, we're offering on the letter that you can call, you can meet someone here at the municipal building, or you can do a virtual. So far, as of about 11 this morning, we had 48 residential calls, 2 the company, and 5 commercial. So that's not bad.
No.
And how many of those asked for a meeting?
None. A meeting with a representative face-to-face?
Yeah.
Nobody.
All right, that's good.
Yeah.
What's the difference between meeting in person versus doing a
No difference.
I do want to discuss with them, just want to verify that you're getting the right amount, in a flood zone that was badly damaged.
Let's address the flood zone issue.
Can you just, one second, can you just, because I don't know if they'll pick them up, could you just, your question is, your question was, does it make a difference if you meet in person or if you call and request to speak to somebody online? That was the question, okay. And the answer is,
Makes
no, it
no
does not make any difference. It makes
No.
no difference at all.
Right, right.
Okay, go ahead, you were going to say something about the flood zone.
I've had questions from the public on flood zone, traffic streets, all these different things that could affect value and do affect value. And the answer is, rather than just make up some adjustment because you're in a flood zone, we just look at the sales. Certain areas of town are flood zones. People are required to have flood insurance. They know that going in. What they pay for the property reflects what the market is willing to pay to live in a flood zone. So there is no adjustment for it. It's just based on the sales that have occurred in those areas. That's simple. I think that's more accurate, actually, than trying to make up a number for an adjustment.
Yeah. The market dictates the price.
Exactly.
Yeah, but this last storm, a lot of people are going, judging it on. This was an unusual storm we had. So
Oh, the September 3rd?
What is that, or, when everything got flooded. I mean, it was just, yeah.
I
But-
think, from what I've heard in very small
Yeah.
sample sizes, that there are people in those areas and their property taxes went up because of some of them. So they were, and it's a sensitive subject because everybody's dealing with so much right now. So I think that's
Yeah.
where,
But I mean, it's just, a lot of people complain because they got flooded. But I know people that never got flooded before got flooded. Never. I mean, it just happened. I mean, and I feel sorry for them very much. I mean,
It's upsetting, there's no question about it, but in time, you get it fixed and you move on.
I agree with you.
The one last thing, I think everybody has to keep in mind that the purpose of the revaluation is to just bring everybody up to the level, today's market value levels, so that everybody pays their fair share based on value. There are certain areas that, everything has gone up, obviously, up.
Yeah.
But certain areas have gone up more so percentage-wise than others. So if you live in an area where it's gone up more so than others, you weren't paying your fair share, or if it didn't go up as much, you were paying too much. So the revaluation fixes all that. It fixes all the disparity, basically.
and I know we explained this at the beginning, and I've tried to explain it to people when they ask. It doesn't change, it just distributes the taxes more fairly. It's still the same amount, it just, who's paying what? And I
Based
don't
on
think
value.
people- Yeah,
Exactly.
because I know there was like this rhetoric going on, oh, everybody's taxes are going up and this and that, and that's
Yes.
not.
They
and-
did.
And it was very frustrating because I want people to understand, it's basically like a pie chart. The pie chart doesn't get any bigger, just the slices change size to make it more
That's exactly
equal.
right.
So that's basically what
The idea of a
first grade
reval
teacher here,
is
just trying to use visuals.
And one more thing. We're not the people that dictated. People are saying that we wanted this done. I didn't want it done. I mean, I'm sure over here didn't want it done.
Well-
It was the state or,
Actually, in general, Union County has been a little lax in doing revals, for whatever reason. And so the Division of Taxation, State of New Jersey, contacted the Union County Board of Taxation and told them within a certain amount of time, years, they want all 21 or 22 towns in this county to do a revaluation. So that's why it happened. It wasn't our idea.
And we were actually one of the last ones on the list, if I remember right. The other Union County towns, I think, were done before us.
A lot of them were.
Well, it could be, I don't know.
Yeah, I think we were low on the list.
And to speak to that again, to just clarify, yes, there ended up being a pandemic, but this was decided before that, because a lot of, oh, this is a horrible time. It wasn't, we had nothing to do with that either. So, just to clarify that, it had to happen. It started before the pandemic. It had started before the hurricane. It was a very rough year, but that all started beforehand, so.
We actually started talking about it coming when you were mayor.
Yeah, so it's been a while. So I just want to
Yeah.
reiterate that to people if they're watching this, because I know we live in a world today that our attention spans are quite short and things move quite quickly, but this all started a long time ago, so.
It seems the pandemic has really not affected value. It just continues to go up. It'll eventually will slow down and stop and maybe even sink a little bit. But these levels are here to stay.
It's interesting, because if anybody cares, if you look at the MLS, there are very few $400,000 houses left in Springfield.
100,000?
400.
Oh,
They're-
yeah.
These values have climbed so much. There's almost no $400,000 houses anymore around here. 300's not even thought about anymore, so.
What about 35,000?
Oh, Thank-
Or 32?
Thank you for
Thank you.
being here.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. We don't have any more
Thank you.
questions.
Thank you.
All right, let's continue on and pay some bills with Deputy Mayor Kaiser.
All right, I clicked my button, and I'll make a motion for the payroll and invoices for the period of November 24th through December 14th, 2021, in the amount of $5,397,704.99.
I second.
Roll call. Deputy Mayor Kaiser,
Yes.
Committeeman Capides.
Yes.
Committeewoman Du Bois,
Yes.
Committeeman Huber,
Yes.
Mayor Weber.
Yes.
No.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes of September 28th, regular and executive meeting minutes of October 12th, and regular and executive meeting minutes of October 26th as emailed.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
We will go on to new business ordinances on second reading.
Ordinance 2021-31. This ordinance amends provisions of the Township Code governing recreational and medical cannabis within the township.
I'll make a motion to adopt ordinance 2021-31 as read by Madam Clerk, with publication in the local source on December 22nd, 2021.
I second.
Okay, we will go on to public comment. If there is any public comment, 973-232-4442, 973-232-4442. If there's any public comment from anyone in attendance, come on up. If not, we're on a 30-second delay, and the clock has already started. No, this is for ordinance on cannabis. Any discussion up here?
Well, we discussed it a lot. so-
We've discussed
Either.
this for a year. Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
anything?
No, just common sense, I think, now.
We'll call for a roll call vote.
Roll call.
Okay. Deputy Mayor Kaiser,
Yes.
Committeewoman Du Bois.
Yes.
Committeeman Capides.
Yes.
Committeeman Huber,
No.
Mayor Weber.
Yes.
Ordinance passes on second reading.
Congratulations, everybody, on that
All
one.
right, let's go.
All right.
All right.
Okay. We're going to change up a little bit. I need a motion to table 2021-32. We've got some changes that we have to do to this ordinance. And it has-
You have a motion.
Second.
we're going to table it until 12/28 of '21.
Okay.
Okay.
We need a vote on that.
Oh, we need a vote on that.
Okay. Deputy Mayor Kaiser.
Yes.
Committeeman Huber.
Yes.
Committeeman Kapidis.
Yes.
Committeewoman Du Bois.
Yes.
Mayor Weber.
Yes, tabled until 12/28 of '21.
Ordinance
Got-
2021-33, this ordinance amends and supplements the curbside collection provisions of Chapter 22, Solid Waste Management of the Township Code.
I make a motion to adopt ordinance 2021-33 with publication in local source December 22nd, 2021.
Second.
Okay. Go to public comment. If anybody has any public comment on this 973-232-4442, 973-232-4442.
You want to explain just what it was?
This is the curbside collect, this is the,
Yeah, we were having issues with people putting plastic bags out, people leaving garbage cans in front of the house, so we're just trying to tighten that up, just to keep the place clean.
question on that.
Rotary, 98 Washington, just a quick question on it. What do you need to leave out where? Like, what's actually changing?
You can't leave a plastic bag out, it's gotta be in a container,
Container
like a garbage can.
Well, I stopped using plastic bags because you stopped that, you gave that notice out.
Yeah, no,
That's
not only
correct.
that, with regular garbage, you can't just put garbage bags out because they're getting ripped up and animals are going through it, so they have to be in a container.
This is regular garbage.
This is regular garbage or
Yes,
this is the?
regular.
Regular.
Regular
So
garbage.
now you can't use regular.
No, you just can't leave them open and
Can't leave them
exposed
out
because
at
they're
the
getting.
You
curb.
can't leave them on the curb because
Yeah.
I stopped doing it because
Yeah.
the deer would go.
Exactly.
Break them open, you have to put them in a can.
Yeah.
But you can still use plastic bags for regular
Yeah,
garbage.
They gotta be in
Inside,
the
yeah.
garbage can,
But it got to be, that's common sense.
Well,
one would think.
You're telling me that a lot of people didn't?
That's why we have an addition to this ordinance on.
Thank you.
All right, 30 seconds has expired, correct? Oh, no, we have a question coming up.
Oh. Yes, sir.
Apu Malik, 220 Shumpike Road. I'm curious about the 32-gallon size limit, though, because I know, I just read the ordinance now, but all the first aid squad's garbage cans, which is the same size as my house, are 50-gallon cans.
yeah.
Other people, those
Well-
cans, the cans that have wheels at the bottom tend
Are
to be
bigger than
a
32.
larger size.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, 32 gallons like a standard. I guess that's something we're gonna have to look into, get back to you. You know, I think we're gonna have to talk to Waste Management also, because I think one of the issues is you get too heavy, they can't pick them up. So, I'll call you back on that, Apu.
Okay, go forward on this?
Roll call.
Yeah, roll call, please.
Committeewoman Du Bois.
Yes.
Committeeman Huber.
Yes.
Committeeman Kapidis.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Kaiser.
Yes.
Mayor Weber.
Yes,
There's somebody calling.
there is,
Call, pick it up.
yeah.
It'll be late.
Springfield Township meeting. On curbside pickup, we've just closed that one. One comment, oh. Hello? Wait. Hello? Go ahead, what is your one comment? Name and address, please. Yes.
You're on mute.
No. Name and address, please.
Karen Wax, 10 Mohawk Drive, Springfield, New Jersey.
Okay, what is your comment?
Yes, I'm actually the one who had requested this ordinance. I haven't been able to find actually the ordinance, the actual detail of the ordinance. But so I am I'm inquiring whether the trash cans will also require lids, or that would be my request. So they would also have to have a lid attached to the trash can that would be closed, so they're not exposed to the elements
Nope.
and to animals.
Yep.
Is that in there, Craig?
Lids are not required under the ordinance. But they have to be contained in a rigid container.
Lids are not required, okay. I think, we already have it, I don't know if you,
That's something we should look into.
yeah, I don't know if you had heard, but we already have one issue with the size of the can and the lid, so.
Heard that.
Yeah, okay, so we will note that, and we are going to have that looked into also, because that also makes sense.
Right? Yeah, because it kind of defeats the purpose if you have an open can.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense without it.
Excellent,
All right,
excellent
thank
call,
you.
thank you so much, okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
35?
Let's please
Okay.
move on to 35.
Ordinance 2021-35. This ordinance of the Township of Springfield, County of Union, New Jersey, is adopting the redevelopment plan for Block 208, Lot 6 through 9, Block 209, Lot 1.01, and Lots 4 through 6, the Academy Green right-of-way, and a portion of the Black's Lane right-of-way.
I make a motion to adopt ordinance 2021-35 as read by Madam Clerk with publication in the local source December 22nd, 2021.
Second. The pictures, people can still come up and see the pictures of what they want.
I put all the slides on the website, plus
Oh, did
I
you?
put,
Okay.
plus I put the actual presentation. We clipped that and put that on the website also,
Thank you.
so you can actually watch the video.
If anybody has any public
And we've
comment,
already had people calling, wanting to know when they can rent.
No.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Wow.
if anybody has any public comment on this ordinance, please call 973-232-4442, 973-232-4442. We're gonna do 30 seconds, and then we'll have a discussion up here on it.
I think, well, we're waiting. I think it was a great presentation last week, well, 2 weeks ago, whatever it was. Looks great.
Yeah, it was a discussion up here. I agree, it is, it's really a nice project.
Well, and just so everyone understands, you know, we've got a court order that we have to follow, and as much as sometimes we don't want more apartments, we're not driving that bus. If we don't conform to the court order that we agreed to, we're gonna be forced at some point, and you don't want that, because what happens is you lose total control. You have no say on the height, the density, no say on the design, on the material that they use. You don't wanna get in that situation. It would be very bad for us. So, you also have to remember, I believe it's 2025, the next round of COA comes up in 2025. So, just keep that in the back of your minds.
Okay. We have no more discussion on this, I guess, so let's just go on to roll call.
No, hey,
please.
I really like the project, and I think it's going to be a good addition to
Springfield, and hopefully our downtown revitalization continues to take another step forward.
Well, right now, going back to material, they have to meet a certain requirement for the material, am I correct?
Everything will be in the redevelopment agreement that they have agreed to, including all the materials.
Yes, I remember that.
So, we'll make sure that everything is done exactly like the drawings show.
Thank you.
I am not making out of this meeting.
All right, yeah. There's some masks that need to go on down there. Thank you. Two individuals who work in a school. Just gonna call you two out.
I am not walking out of this meeting healthy right now. Let's go to roll call.
I only coughed because I choked on my tea, so,
Committeewoman,
also boosted, thank you.
Committeewoman DuBois,
yes.
Committeeman Huber,
Yes.
Committeeman Capides.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Kaiser,
Yes. Get me
Mayor
a mask.
Weber. Mayor Weber.
Yes. Yes. Okay, let's go to first readings, please.
Okay, first reading of ordinance 2021-36. This ordinance amends the existing ordinances governing certain offices and establishes compensation levels for such positions within the Township of Springfield.
Need
Motion?
a motion to
I'll make a motion to adopt ordinance 2021-36 as read by Madam Clerk.
I will second the motion is approved for publication local source December 16th with a final hearing on December 28th, 2021.
Any discussion up here?
No?
I think it's been discussed.
We've had it.
Been discussed.
Let's go to a roll call vote, please, then.
Deputy Mayor Kaiser.
No.
Committeeman Capides.
Yes.
Committeewoman Du Bois.
Yes.
Committeeman Huber.
No.
Mayor Weber.
Yes.
Ordinance passes on first reading.
Okay, now we will go to resolutions, and I will read resolutions, and we're going to approve them through consent agenda. We'll start out with 2021-284, 2021-285, 2021-286, 2021-287, 2021-288, 2021-289, 2021-290, 2021-291, 2021-292, 2021-293. I'm going to pull 2021-294. Let's pick back up at 2021-295 and 2021-296.
All right, I will make a motion to adopt the following resolutions on consent agenda. Resolution 2021-284 through Resolution 2021-293, and we'll pick that up with Resolution 2021-295 and Resolution 2021-296.
Second.
Okay. Deputy Mayor Kaiser.
Yes.
Committeeman Huber.
Yes, I just want one quick, can I ask a question? Is it
I was gonna make some comments, so go ahead.
the part-time seasonal laborer, it's just, we have one now, we're just replacing him, right? We're not adding more.
Somebody that we lost, we're bringing somebody back.
Yeah, but we're not adding more.
No.
Correct.
All right, and, where was the other one? Part-time construction, official.
Yeah, we had a shared services agreement with Kenilworth. It's up 12/31. Kenilworth has decided to not renew that agreement. They're going in with union. So this is our current construction official, Jerry.
Oh, yeah.
Jerry's been with us for
He's been-
10 years.
okay.
So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna bring him on as a part-time employee with not having a shared service agreement. The cost to Springfield is exactly what we were paying to Kenilworth.
Okay.
No change.
All right, just want to-
And while you're on it, because I figured you were gonna ask, but you didn't, the Durango, we lost 3 vehicles, that's replacing 1.
Wrote up for me, you got any for me?
No.
Hey, okay, I'm sorry.
Did you
I
have,
had 2 questions.
I have a
Did-
scooter in my shed.
did we ever make a comment on what we got back on insurance for the fire truck? You should just bring that up. I forget what they returned to us.
They returned to us $49,000 for the fire truck, so what we'll do is,
50,000 is it?
that's $49,000 we will not have to bond against.
That was the one that got flooded.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's a little higher than expected, still a little lower than a new fire truck.
Yeah, I mean, if we went and traded that in, we would have gotten
30,
nothing. It
Nothing,
would have
yeah.
been peanuts, so it actually worked in our favor.
oh, all right, good.
You're the second?
I second it, yeah.
Okay. Committeeman Capides.
Yes.
Committeewoman Du Bois.
Yes.
Mayor Weber.
Yes.
Okay, Resolution 2021-284. This resolution authorizes the return of escrow fees to Planning Board and Zoning Court applicant. All work has been completed.
Madam Clerk, that's 294, correct?
Yeah, 294, not
294.
284.
No, I was thinking 280.
Did I
You
say,
said
oh, I'm
284.
sorry, 294, sorry.
Oh,
94.
I make a motion to adopt Resolution 2021-294 as read by Madam Clerk.
Second.
Okay. Committeewoman Du Bois.
Yes.
Wait a minute, do you want to say something?
Abstaining.
Oh, okay, all right,
Committeewoman Du Bois.
My wife.
Yes.
Committeeman Huber.
yes.
Committeeman Capides.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Kaiser.
Yes.
Mayor Weber.
Abstain.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's move on. Discussion and action items. We have correspondence from Cranford on Ordinance 2021-17, which amends the code for land development elevation of buildings in floodplain overlay district. Adopted 2021-18, redevelopment plan for condemnation area in need of redevelopment introduced.
Fascinating read.
Absolutely. So we're going to go on to public comment, and at this point,
Before we go, I
Yep.
think we should discuss what we did on Saturday.
that's what we're doing.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's what I want to get onto right now. I'm actually trying to pull up,
Yeah.
I'm trying to pull up, something real quick. Let's talk about how well this went over. First off,
I'd like to thank the fire department
uh-huh.
for all their help, and, and everybody up here worked together on it. I know John was behind the scenes doing things, Linda was behind the scenes doing things. But we pulled together, all of us. I felt sorry for the Grinch and the,
Oh, they had fun.
Well,
They
had fun.
survived.
And we're sorry we ran out of candy canes. We went through over 800 candy canes, but we will have more next year.
The Grinch and the elf got a little excited with candy canes when we started the process. It was a new process to them, actually distributing candy canes from a distance, and let's just say they didn't time them out as well as
they
maybe.
weren't spaced out enough.
Yeah.
So,
It's a learning curve. I said this to a few people, that it's the second year we're doing this, and it's awesome, and it's so much fun, and all of that. But we learn every year, and it's not perfect,
no.
but there's been input. I've spoken to some. I'm in a unique position being a mom up here because I'm in the coveted moms page on Facebook, and the conversations there were really great, and people gave some suggestions that I've been jotting down that I think I'm going to bring back to everybody that moving forward we might consider. So it is a work in progress, and nothing's ever perfect, but we are always open to suggestions, and a few suggestions that I've received I think are fantastic ideas moving forward, and that's why we're here, and that's why we like to be open and communicative with the residents, because that's why we're here. So please give us your ideas, and thanks to everybody who was involved, and it was a great day.
The only other thing I want people to realize, we started getting ready around 8:30 in the morning, and we didn't get back until 5:30, 6 o'clock. So, it was,
And we stopped once.
yes, we stopped.
We stopped once.
We needed that stop.
We needed that stop, but we don't, this was a continual loop that we ran. We didn't
Yeah.
stop. We started in the morning, we went around, and we literally didn't stop except for lunch, and then after lunch, we went back out, and we didn't stop until we were done.
And
This is a, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were going that.
No, and apologize if we missed your street.
No, we didn't.
We're not perfect.
We hit every street.
All
We
right,
missed a section of Mizell somehow.
Mizell, I heard about
We
it.
circled back to some that we did know
Yes,
that we
we did.
missed, so we even
We
made.
missed a small section of Mizell somehow. I'm not sure how, because I know we were in the general
Yeah, we
vicinity.
went down Wabino to.
I know,
Moselle.
somehow we missed a very small and it wasn't a complaint by anybody, but it was brought to my attention by a couple of very nice people, and I apologized, and they were totally understanding, but just for future reference.
This is a wonderful, I think this is a wonderful thing that we do every year. It's going to continue. I would love for it to continue as long as I'm up here. I also believe it's going to get larger every year with
Better
everything
weather.
that we have going on. More people are gonna know about it. It's gonna turn into something bigger and better every year. But I do wanna preface up here as well as Committeeman Huber did, there's a lot of work that goes in behind the scenes. From the building of the structures by the fire department, to the planning of the routes by the fire department, and the, everything coming together like it did. And we appreciate everybody's support, we appreciate everybody's help. it's a long day for everybody, but it's a fun day. And we like to keep it fun, and we like to keep it light, and we want to make sure that we give that joy and give those smiles to everyone across town,
Especially the kids, I mean.
and especially the kids.
That's what, we did it last year to bring the town together. and
Correct.
The kids, we all talked about it.
Correct.
Decided we were gonna do it.
And it is, and again, it is gonna get longer. I mean, last year it was, 2 vehicles, this year it was 3 I mean, the caravan, if you will, has the potential to get larger. You know, with all the things that we wanna do and continue to do, so.
There was a
Driver
sig-
was very good, let me tell you. We didn't get jerked at all. It was backing up. I drove a tow truck years ago. I wouldn't even attempt it.
I did not leave first gear for 9 hours. I will tell you that transmission in that, it was a crew cab, extended bed truck pulling a 10-foot trailer. I did not leave first gear for 9 hours. You need a train service on that car right now. That's,
But it was very good.
that's
You
crazy.
did a great job, I mean, everybody
Thank
did.
One suggestion that was made that I think would be a really good one next year is having stops set up for certain neighborhoods where it's tougher to maneuver and people can meet
Yes.
there. And I think
Yes.
it could
That's what
streamline
we're-
the process,
we're gonna
and
do
I
that.
think, so I think, I know one of the moms out there made the suggestion, I don't know if she's listening, but I did hear you, and I think it's an awesome idea.
Agreed.
I think it might streamline the process, it could bring people together, especially as we hopefully move away from the pandemic, so, you know, people could be out on a corner, it could be like, you know, a large group of people, I think that's really awesome. So that's something I think we will probably look for next year to do. I see that a neighboring town actually does have a Santa tracker that tracks which block they're on.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I just saw that
I wouldn't know how
yesterday.
to do it. I don't know.
So I think.
That's Chris.
I think that's
And you
something we
and
could
Alex,
do as
yeah.
well. So I think those are 2 things that I will try. Hopefully I'll be back here at this time next year and I'll be able to keep us on our toes with that.
Right.
So hopefully I'll be here next year at this time, you know, it's an election year, but,
You'll still be.
I promise both of those
You'll
things
still
if
be here.
reelected.
Can I bring up a different, I'm sorry, Alex, you didn't get to speak, I apologize.
Yes.
Wait,
Because before we open up to the public, I want to bring something else up.
All right, Ted.
hold your comment for 1 second.
I'll close it out.
No, about Santa, I want to bring something else different than Santa.
Oh, no, Santa was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I
It was
guess-
nice waving in the back, and Chris did drive exceptionally well.
He did.
I'll be honest, but Santa put in the hours.
Yes, he did.
No one else did, so.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is it on Santa?
It's in reference to Santa, but it's in reference to another town.
Go ahead, what do you got? Show me real quick. Let's.
You were,
your
they
battery's-
called your name out
battery dying.
by where you live.
Yeah, we shouted you
We
out.
shouted you out.
I saw him coming down Mountain Avenue. This is Mountain Avenue in New Providence, New Jersey. That's my granddaughter in the driveway.
So they've got multiple trucks.
Yeah.
I think you guys did one hell of a job,
Thank you.
number one. Number two, they take it one step further. They take, the residents, they do their whole town, as you guys did. But they will, the parents, if they want the Santa to
Present.
come to the house personally, they will provide a gift for the child or children, but they make a sizable donation to the fire department. And they are volunteers up there.
Okay,
Just to give
excellent.
Well, a lot of towns do it, like at night. I know that. I don't know,
You know, once they went through the whole town, then they came back
yeah.
and they went from door to door, whoever wanted
Yep.
the Santa to present a gift to the child.
Okay, all right. Well, this is, you know, it is a work in progress.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Here is my list, all right? My list is, first, my list is Tour 4. And I'm going to start out with Captain Vic Costin. And then we're going to go on to Pat Federico, Joseph Cowper, Stephanie Bagnuski, Mark Russo, and Tim Hydock. The creativity that you guys have put forward for us and making our vision happen is incredible, and we thank you for that, for making it as friendly as it was to everybody. My second thank you goes to people that have to be personally mentioned. Number one is Santa, which is Rich, which, number two is the Grinch, which is my son, CJ.
I hope he pays you, Chris.
Yeah, I'm paying for this one. I'll tell you that in a second. And number three is Deanna, the elf, which is Erica's daughter. All right?
They were great.
Those two, I'll cover those two first, because those two bounced around in a trailer like cargo for 9 hours, in the rain and the cold. Did not sit for 9 hours. My kid, Erica's kid, went home and literally passed out as soon as they got home.
But they had the best time ever.
But they had the best time. Rich sat, again, also in the back of a truck,
Yeah.
like cargo,
In
and
the
bounced
rain.
around in the rain, glasses fogged, lights blinding him, trying to say, Happy Holidays and Merry Christmas to everybody for 9 hours. It is exhausting to do. Unfortunately, I didn't even know about the Mizell situation, that we missed a small portion of it.
I know.
I would have sworn up and down that we
And I
covered
thought so
everything.
too, and believe me, they were the most lovely people that told me, and I remembered, we were on Wabino, we were on Linden, we were right there, so I don't know what happened, but other than that.
Other
that's
than
it.
that, I will address something. The fact is, on 3 streets, specifically Alvin, Lyons Place, and there was... Clinton, thank you. We went to the top, we parked the trucks, we actually allowed those blocks because I could not swing, and listen, maybe, I don't know.
We'll send you to driving school.
I'm gonna go to driving school. The fire truck said that they did not want to go down there to have to back out. I did not want to take a 35-foot long truck and trailer down there and
With
waste.
humans in it.
And waste 20 minutes and 35 maneuvers to get this thing around. I'll take driving lessons next year. We did park these vehicles up top so the residents and the children could come up and actually interact with you.
Yep.
They shook your hand, the whole entire thing.
The Grinch, and all the kids loved Grinch.
Loved Grinch.
I didn't know there was dolls out of Grinch.
Yeah.
The kids were carrying Grinch dolls.
One of the highlights of this whole thing was we went down Cottage Lane, and I can't forget this. One of the residents there, Mike Newman. Mike Newman is very good friends with me and my family, and he didn't know that CJ was the Grinch. And the kids were all around, and CJ pelted him with a few candy canes. And these kids thought it was the greatest thing in the world that the Grinch was mean throwing candy canes at somebody. They couldn't stop cracking up over this. So it was man, to everybody, thank you, and on to next year and bigger and better. And the last thing I want to say is, in terms of holiday lights and town hall, we have tried to remain as neutral as possible for town hall. Now, evidently, there was some history going back about town hall and holiday lights and who wanted them and who didn't want them and who had them and who had them pulled. Listen, things change over years, opinions change over years. If this is a discussion that we're going to have going forward and we want to change direction, we can change direction. But I will not stand by and let anybody sit there and say that anybody from this township is discriminating against any group or singling out anybody or playing favorites to anybody, because it's not the case at all. Now, with that said, going forward, if this discussion is going to be open next year, fine, let's open it. And that's all I got on that one. So, if anybody has anything else?
Agreed.
I agree with you.
I do too. Public comment.
All right, so let's go on now.
Alex wants to talk, doesn't he?
Alex, what do you got?
No, I just, the Santa was awesome. It was a lot of fun this year. Nothing new in flood. That'll happen on the 28th because tomorrow is the meeting. So I'm good for this week.
Okay,
Can I make one quick shout out before we?
go ahead.
I would like to congratulate the Environmental Commission, who was recently awarded the Sustainable New Jersey grant. They got the bronze distinction. I know as a former member of the environmental committee, and I know Alex, you were part, excuse me if I don't.
Erica too. You're going back next year. You didn't know that.
So everybody up here knows the tedious nature of what it entails, what you need to do, community events you have to run, points you have to get for certain categories. I think they had 21 actions in 8 different categories, and they've had now this bronze distinction, I want to say for at least 8 years, and it's a credit to their hard work. Allie Miller, Betsy Blondette, and the whole crew at the Environmental Commission deserves our thanks and our praise for all their hard work and all the multifaceted approach you have to do to get an achievement like this, and congratulations and thank you again for working so hard for the residents of Springfield.
Right on, ma'am.
Yes,
Right
thank
on.
you.
Thank you. Yeah, that things don't happen without,
And also thank the police department. The police department helped us through some of the intersections and all that. I don't want to forget about you. I don't want to get a ticket, right?
Yeah.
That was-
yeah, you know what, this was one of these things that
It was town up.
we didn't, if anybody can't see, I'm talking to the captain of the police department, John Rachel. This is one of these things that, we're gonna make it bigger and better next year, but we know that there's always a manpower issue or certain things at certain times, and it wasn't that police were left out of it. It was just a matter of, we know they had other work to do at this point of this holiday season, and we actually had the fire come in as volunteers on that. So, and I gotta tell you, to credit to several of your cars, whenever we were around, they'd hang out for a few minutes or whatever, and they'd
Sure.
get called to something, and they'd have to tail off, and that's understood, so. All right, let's go on to public comment, 973-232-4442, 973-232-4442, on any governmental issue at all.
Should I wait for the phone?
There we go.
No, go ahead, let it ride.
Bob Broder, 98 Washington Avenue. I want to thank everybody for Saturday. I know you're talking about it. I just want to wait my turn. I was really kind of surprised when I was videotaping Mr. Caprice Wish Me America. It was you, right? No, because I had.
He had a
my
good
mask-
costume on.
I had rain in my eyes, so it's hard to see, and it was a little foggy. So.
Yeah.
But I want to thank the fire department. I want to thank all of you. It was really a great effort. I had just gotten back from some shopping, and I saw people out in the street. I said, oh, they didn't come yet, so you might have been a little behind schedule, but you did a great job, and I didn't even know you were Santa.
He plays it well, right?
He played it well. He
I didn't need any padding. That's the problem.
you didn't look that big at all, though. That's the funny part, you know?
No,
Thank you.
thank
The
you,
other
thank you
general
for
thing I
that.
want to say is, and this is really nothing to do with you guys, but the public, why don't they come to these meetings? There are so many complaints online about the leaves, about the one ordinance with the raise, and the same 2 or 3 people come, and then they complain, and you have major patience, Mr. Weber. I couldn't put up with the crap you do, that you put up with, I mean. And I think it's very disappointing, because if people really have an issue, come here. If I have an issue with you, have I not told you to your face when I have a problem?
Well,
It's just,
you brought it up, and I'm gonna address it because,
I'd like to hear what you have to say about it.
well, I'll tell you why. The only reason I entertain certain things is because I personally feel at times it's more dangerous to let things go unanswered. And sure, there's probably times that I should probably just lay the facts down and walk away. But unfortunately, there's certain times that comments are thrown out there that people will not take time to read the entire threads or anything else, and they'll just take one single comment and run with that. And it starts a life of its own. And
Unfortunately.
the holiday lights are that is the prime example of that. Because if
I
you
saw
look,
that.
you look through my history of this week right now, it's exhausting. And, I don't,
And then people complain about you wanting to raise it.
well, hold on, I do it, I do the responses as a courtesy to the residents. And I will tell you that 99% of the residents, I get a lot of love from on it.
You get a lot of what, I'm sorry?
lot of love on it. They, They're happy that we're on there, all of it, they're happy that we're on there responding, they're happy that we're on there addressing certain things that,
You've done more than
only a little while ago, people didn't have access to. All right, when Rich started this thing, this wasn't around. There wasn't internet access like that where you could just sit there and tag one of the 5 of us on there and expect us to answer a question right away. Right.
Carrier
Smoke signals.
Pony Express, I think.
But, I answer it because there's a history here, and if I don't know, I'll find out. And I think it's a courtesy that I extend. But I got to tell you, to get on there and to have certain
Your integrity is
integrity's
attacked almost
questioned.
every day, and I get really annoyed at it. And I don't care who, if it's the other party too, if somebody's integrity is attacked, it's nonsense. And I think the whole thing's got to stop. But you have no control over that forum because it's not an official sanctioned forum. So
It's not.
Can take it over and
No.
No, I don't. We don't want to take
You
it
don't
over.
wanna take it over.
Yeah, we don't want to take it over. And again, I just do this as a courtesy. Anything I put out there has no. Anything I put out there is just because people ask. They're genuinely concerned, and honestly, I find that I can end 99 out of 100 issues with the correct information right away, and that's
I
it.
agree. There
So.
are a few that always look to make trouble, and I'll bust chops a lot, but that's just because some people get out of hand.
Thank you for.
No problem.
Thank you for
Wanted to
that.
address it.
All right. Yeah, I can't even any more of that. Thank you with that, sir. Yes, sir, come on up. Whichever one you want. Oh,
Oh, Mike,
No, not you.
how are you?
Michael Furchy, 139 Hillside Avenue.
Yes, sir.
The Santa Claus was way over padded.
Oh,
Way overdid it. I was wondering if I could ask Mr. Dowd a question regarding the request for proposal ordinance for the pool services.
Sure.
Is that ordinance gonna limit this body to having to take the lowest bid?
No, it's a request for proposals process. And once proposals are submitted, the township will have an evaluation committee, which will make recommendations to this body to make a contract award. That award does not have to be based on cost alone. That's one of the factors. It's one of, I think, 6 factors, 5 or 6 factors, all of which have different weight. So it's not based on cost alone. And it can take into other factors such as experience,
I
qualifications,
was
references.
concerned about that because the cheapest price doesn't always get you the best result.
You're right.
cheap isn't good and good isn't cheap, right?
Mike.
Also regarding the pool, I asked on a thread if I could find out the cost, what the cost of the energy bill is actually at the pool.
Diane, we'll have to get that back to him.
What do we pay for electricity at the pool?
I have to, I'll get back to you on that one. Don't have it up handy.
Mike, a couple of years ago, we thought about putting solar panels up there like in cars could park underneath them. And then there was someone wrong with it. I remember we talked about it.
Because I mean,
We
we
don't
got
have-
you got a beautiful building, brand new.
Yep.
But, things should have been considered while you had the bulldozers there.
Yeah.
Geothermal, for instance, to heat the pool water, you could have did that. Instead of the dormers on the roof, I mean, they're pretty and everything, but I think a couple of solar panels might have done you
Maybe
better
we can
service.
look into that, look and start adding it, we could add it to it.
Yeah, and I don't know why, I don't see why you can't have a canopy, photovoltaic installation on the parking lot. There should be no reason. I mean,
There was something, I remember. I remember it was brought up, and we talked about it, and something happened.
Something happened.
I
I don't remember either.
I can't
There was
remember.
something that we were talking about, I don't remember what happened.
It's
also one
our, it has to do with our system being so outdated and it can't transfer this, I don't know.
It could be that, it could have been that.
That's what it is.
Because I know, we could have had it on the
So I
building
brought it
right
up
here,
too.
on Town Hall.
Yeah.
The Union County offered us free solar panels.
well, that's what I'm saying. Mostly they're free now, so, why on a brand new building?
Because our system won't
It's so
It's so outdated, it can't,
Yes.
I can't speak to it eloquently enough to put together a sentence right
What's
now,
wrong?
but there's some kind of renovations that would have to be done to the grid that would cost a ridiculous amount of money in order for it to get what you would get from the solar panels in order to actually use it, basically.
What I understand is JCP&L's infrastructure would
Yes.
not support
Basically, yeah.
solar panels of that nature.
You're right, he's right.
And I'm not happy about it at all.
And we
Because
have
we went through
forbid,
this with the storm 2 years ago.
we asked for bids to even take over. And
Yes.
nobody wanted to give a bid. It said it's so far outdated that
Correct.
they said no. They said,
So JCP&L's grid line isn't sufficient to support solar panels at the pool?
I think before you make that statement, we need to do some research.
Okay, yeah.
Make sure
Yeah,
we're
because that
correct.
doesn't
I
sound
know
right.
on this building,
I
they
hear you, Mike.
couldn't support it.
Last year when I was mayor, I remember talking to JCP&L, and that's what they were talking about, that their infrastructure was outdated, and they would need a significant
Major
investment
overhaul.
to do some of the work that needed to be done to get that project done. On the
Well,
conference
talk about
calls that I was at.
JCP&L, I'd like to know, and I think the committee should know, at least the mayor, deputy mayor, about if there's a power outage in our town.
So
You should know, everybody
Mayor,
should
the
know.
mayor is on the email list. He did get those updates.
Yeah, so I talked to the rep,
Okay.
actually. To be fair, she said that all our emails are currently in the system. She said she would check spam, and,
Because I called her right away.
Because we talked about it, and I
Yep.
said,
So,
okay.
so you on this?
Sure.
Because it doesn't sound right.
Instead of guessing, we need to do some research.
Yeah, it doesn't sound right at all.
Okay.
Because if you're installing solar panels and using them at the pool, it's got nothing to do with the grid. What
Right.
it can hold or what it can't hold.
I don't know.
Not to mention that they're giving away free battery packs now, which would be a great thing, in case of a storm or something like that where we lose power, everybody can just go plug in over there for, if you got a battery. But anyway, it's something you should consider. And one last thing, since we're talking about the pool, if you're gonna spend any money on fixing the actual pool, I would look into heating the pool along with some kind of a photovoltaic or geothermal, whatever the hell you're gonna do there. It might extend your season by even a month, 2 weeks in the front, 2 weeks in the back. You get an extra month out of your season. It might do something good for the numbers at the end of the year.
Yeah, that never came up. I didn't.
Mike, have a good holiday.
Thank you. Before we go any further on one other thing, there is a concern. Sir, Mike, you have anything for us, or?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay, come on up, then we'll do that.
First of all, he stole my thunder, so I can cross that off my list.
It's good to have you back
Mike
here.
Bartosh, 77 Tudor Court. Workshop meetings,
they
will be returning
in the new year.
are they dead? Are they gonna
No.
you
They
gonna
will be returning in the
resurrect
new-
those? Beginning of the year?
Will you be there?
Absolutely.
Then we're gonna do it.
I'm always here.
An announcement will be made.
If I'm not here, I will be calling in or sending emails in.
We'll be doing it.
Secondly, the orange flags that were put up for the town for the crosswalks, especially crosswalk over by the Chisholm Center. I've noticed, when the people are coming out of the synagogue to cross that street, that is a hard corner. You got people, making left-hand turns when they shouldn't be, and there's nothing there anymore. So wherever they were before, they gotta be replaced,
We'll look into it.
okay? They gotta be replaced.
We'll look into it.
My second thing is, and I was unable to attend the meeting for Chick-fil-A, and this may not be the part to bring it up.
This isn't the board for that,
Okay,
actually,
but the
Mr.
DOT,
Mayor.
in my opinion, the town and the county has to do a traffic study for the corner of Hillside and South Springfield Avenue. Now, I've brought that up since October of 2020, and I believe everybody got a copy of the surveys that was supposed to be sent to the county, and the report that I got back was there aren't enough traffic accidents on Mizell, South Springfield, and Hillside Avenues. I don't have a problem with Chick-fil-A. I live in that complex next to it. So Chick-fil-A is fine with me, but they got to look at that corner. That corner is a disaster.
Did you hear us calling you on the fire truck on Saturday?
Yes, I did.
We
And I also saw you on Mountain Avenue.
were waiting for you to come
When I was
out.
coming back from Moss Farms after having my $1 cup of coffee.
Chris was calling you out there. I was. Mr. Bartosh, where are you? Come on out. See
Yeah,
Santa.
I saw you. Okay, so we covered the pool, because I think the last time, if I remember correctly, the BEA said something that it was gonna cost approximately $125,000 to redo the pool. So I can cross that off.
I don't know what that's in reference to.
Okay, the pool itself, for the pool.
Now we have to
with
resurface the pool this
Yeah, the
year.
resurfacing of the
That's about
pool,
$30-some
everything was chipped
thousand
off the
for the
bottom
paint.
and everything.
Right, we're doing the painting this year. Within the next 2-3 years after that, it'll be resurfaced.
So what are you telling me, that the bottom of the pool is gonna be all chipped up like it was last year?
No, the bottom of the pool will be scraped and painted.
Okay. Okay. Now, the only reason why I brought up Hillside Avenue is because a traffic study that during a crossing guard shift, there are anywhere between 60 to 70 tractor trailers running on that road. So they gotta be going someplace. And that's a bad, bad corner. I believe not too much long ago, a woman was hit there and drug across the street.
There's a big cut through for trucks and that.
Yep. What else do I have? Maybe you want to just write these down and you can get back to me, because I think I've brought these up before. The basketball nets. If we're not going to put them up, why don't we just give them to the Board of Ed and let them replace those old nets that they have at their schools and let them put them up over there. I think they're looking for, if I read correctly on our illustrious town forum, that they want to do something with the playground at Caldwell School, which is going to supposedly cost 50 grand
Yeah, but you know,
or whatever. But my reply to them was, well, if the Board of Ed doesn't have it in their budget, and I know you guys don't have anything to do with the Board of Ed, but let them go to the county, let them go to the state, let them go to the feds to see if there's a grant available.
I'm sure they are trying to do that as well.
Well, I hope so. I mean, that's common sense.
Isn't that something, though, we couldn't
Yeah,
answer?
that's on us.
You know?
I just want to bring that up.
Okay.
So we covered the basketball nets. You were going to get back to me about the ice skating rink and the pool, parking lot. It's run by an outside concern. From what I understand, Westfield is making a lot of money off of that one at Goober Park. And last but not least, which was prior to the pandemic, the benches in Veterans Park.
We have, now I have info on that one. So they have laid the pads on if you noticed, there are 2 new concrete pads there.
Yes, I saw the pads.
The benches were ordered. The benches,
Check with Robbie.
we'll check tomorrow. We ordered 2 very nice matching benches for there. And I don't know where they are. I have to find out.
Okay, I think one is with Robbie.
Okay, I'll find out.
And I do want to make one other comment. In reference to the lights at the town hall.
Okay.
I think they should be there. I think, maybe I'm getting in a little bit too personal. I'm Roman Catholic. My wife is Lutheran. 95% of my friends in this town are Jewish that I hang around with. I have coffee with in the morning. I hang around with them at the pool. I don't think that a menorah should be at Veterans Park. Let them put it at the synagogue across the street, or bring it onto the town hall property. But I don't think it belongs in Veterans Park.
Okay,
That is a Veterans Park.
okay.
It's not for a religious artifact to be put up there.
I will find the history of that. I don't know why that Veterans Park was chosen. That's long before,
So probably long before my time,
right,
too.
so I'll find out, I'll see if I can, how about this one? I'll see if I can find the history on it.
That's all I got to do.
Yeah, okay, thank you for
So you
that,
got two things you got to get back to me on?
promise you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See your time.
Thank you. Good to have you back. The one last thing we have is, so the police, we've all been working with the police department, and we're looking to improve the interaction with residents, children, school-age kids is, not children, but school-aged kids that can go all the way up to 18. We've been working with the police department for a while on it. Things don't exactly, sometimes they can't happen overnight because there's vacations and manpower and there's just jobs to handle. But I want to bring the captain of police up, Captain Rachel up, to just give a little idea of what we've been working on with Mountain Avenue for a while.
Well, basically, as a community policing initiative, we're going to be focusing some of our spare officers, when we have them, on interacting with the children and the patrons in the business areas of town, specifically the ones that we see a lot of traffic in, especially Mountain Avenue, both here in the center here by Henshaw and then further down, like by the Dunkin' Donuts area, and other areas in town. These officers are not going to be there to look for problems. They're going to be there to try to prevent problems from happening and just, showing the community that we are a part of, everything that Springfield is.
Do you have somebody at Walton now that it's open again?
Yes.
And more, I don't know, I heard they're gonna be moving over there in the next 2 weeks, the whole school's gonna go, so.
Yep, we've had
I didn't know
somebody,
if they
we have
called you.
three school posts again in the afternoon, which is, again, it's a challenging
Oh,
time
yeah,
for us.
well,
And that's probably part of the problem we had with, now, if anybody if you go back, even let's go back, because we started this months ago when it was warmer, we had an officer riding around on a bike all the way around Mountain Avenue, and I gotta tell you, the amount of ground he can cover, I think he rode past me at Walton, I'm stuck in traffic. I end up freeing up in traffic, I pass him, I get in traffic again, he's literally, when I come back, he's circling around the island over there on, by the Chisholm Center and everything. So the amount of ground that Frank was covering on bicycle was amazing, and there's a different feeling, there's a different personal connection when you're on a bicycle and you can hear people and you can talk to people and you can wave at people when you're going around or walking around. So that's what we're trying to accomplish over there.
yeah, okay, I didn't know.
There's no concern, there's nothing happening, and I guess that's why we're bringing it up now.
Right, it's not for any, specific, thing that we're addressing, if anything going on. It's
Yeah,
just to
there's
try
no
to,
crime spree over there.
And who's gonna decide when the church puts that back to one-way on Sunday, the church, ask you? Because they're getting more and more people at church, that's what I'm saying,
Right, it'll go back to the way it was,
Sooner or later.
requested.
Hopefully I'm still around. Okay.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, and then one last time, we're gonna go on public comment for any governmental issue, 973-232-4442, 973-232-4442. 30 seconds, and then if that's it, that's it.
Then we can go home.
Yes.
If we started on time, we'd be done already. But, because people were late.
I've got a date with a,
Because I have more things to talk about.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
I've got a date with a bologna sandwich.
Did CJ
Man, things are tough.
I've got a date with a bologna sandwich and some potato chips, and that is the end of it.
Call for adjournment?
Second.
Wait,
I tried.
All in favor?
Have a good holiday. I will not be here next meeting.
Guys,
I will be here.
Yeah, I saw it.
Erica, give me your